Yasa Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Ahad, Shema, Yasa Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Ahad, Shema, Yasa Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Ahad. All right, Shalom Akyam. All right, it's a high spirit wind Judah of the GMS Mississippi camp, giving all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakodash. I also want to give double honors to our apostles, great millstone, who rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right, and we out here. Well, I'm out here at the reservoir. All right, it's a little windy today, but I'm out here at the reservoir. All right, going live. All right, as you can see, we got visitors. You know, they're just temporarily inheriting our earth. All right, till it's time for us to get ownership of the house again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Hey brothers, let me know if you can hear me. I know it's windy, so if you could just, if it's too windy, I could just go in my car. You know, but if you can hear me clearly with the wind, just you can send me some type of confirmation. Okay, okay, the water. Yeah, so obviously there's a wind somewhere which is causing the water. There's a wind causing the waters to push towards the surface, but you know, everything is beautiful with the Most High. All right, so we out here on this Saturday. All right, and the topic that I want to go into is entitled "Trust Begins Now." All right, trust begins now, man. All right, because when we're on the highways and the byways, you know, one of the things that we talk about is a time of Jacob's trouble. You know, when we're over a brother's house and we do live streams, as you brothers do, one of the main topics that we get into, you know, is the hour of martial law, the hour of temptation. All right, mandatory, basically mandates. All right, that's going to test our faith, man. You know what I'm talking about, okay? And we talk about those things, and we preach to the hopefully elect on camera, all right, that they have to, you know, basically believe in the Most High. All right, pursuant to Isaiah, what's it, the Isaiah 31, that we no more gonna stay upon them that oppress us. I think that's Isaiah 31. We're gonna no more stay upon them that oppress us, but stay upon Yahweh Shema Shai. We preach those things, man. And we preached it in Job, the 5th chapter, and the 18th verse, that we're going to laugh in a time of famine, and we're going to laugh in a time of judgment, you know, in a time of hunger and pestilence. We laugh at that, right? But then we have actual everyday circumstances in which we panic. When something gets thrown out of balance, we panic and we become frantic, man. All right? Your car breaks down, or your tire gets flat, and you go batshit crazy. Or you have an outstanding balance and it knocks you in the overdraft, and now you figuring out, damn, I'm gonna pay my rent. And then you fucking go crazy, man. All right? That's why it says in Psalms 46:10, be still and know that I'm Yahweh Shema Shai. We have to practice trust now. It's easy to speak in theory about the times to come. Like you might always have somebody that you know. All right, the water, brother. Yashima tribe of Judah, Isaiah 10:20, I read that. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, which the remnant means elect, and such are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. But you go into that word stay, they're really just saying depend. Depend. Ultimately to trust. All right? Trust is required now. Trust is required now. All right? The Most High is molding you now to trust him later. That's why the Most High puts you in situations where you're always... All right, Salak, I'm back on. Esau knocked me out. See? That's why the Most High puts us in situations where you're always on the edge. But we have to maintain a spiritual perspective and not a carnal perspective, because we're subject to these earthen tabernacles. Your earth is going to have an initial reaction when it comes to adversity, what the spirit immediately has to take over, man. When people piss you off on the highways, whether you're teaching Even if you're driving, all right, some asshole is in traffic, somebody, you know, blowing their horn crazy, you have to immediately see, okay, that's a demon, man. Because nigga culture taught us to act off the flesh, man. Nigga culture is nothing more than fleshly culture, all right? So, but when the scripture says that we're born a new creature, that means that we have to be cultivated to operate spiritually and cultivated to react to situations spiritually. Basically, when it comes to your situations, you have to be cultivated to react to situations spiritually, man. All right? 1 Corinthians 11:32. But when you are judged, we are chastened of Yahweh, that we should not be condemned with the world. The water, Gerald Waller. All right? That's right, brother. This chastening is basically making us exempt from the judgment, man. All right, the judgment that's about to come upon our people. Those restrictions that you received in the flesh, all right, where there was monetary restrictions, it seemed like you was always broke no matter what you did, or those sensual restrictions, like damn, no woman called me back. Like damn, I can't get no fucking woman. Like this is unreal. You talking to him for a minute, y'all going back and forth. Next thing you know, she just disappears. All right, all that was part of your chastening. All right, you might have got fired for no fucking reason, or you might be afflicted with some type of chronic illness. All right, you might have some type of plague in your mind with demons. Demons want you to hate brothers in your camp, hate a particular brother, but you resist them, man. But those things didn't happen in vain. That was part of your purification process to make you exempt from judgment, man. Hebrews 12:11. Now, no chastening for the present seeming to be joyous, but grievous. And it does seem grievous, man. And it's grievous to your flesh, man. Nevertheless, afterward it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them that are exercised thereby. And the word I want to highlight and put emphasis on is exercise, man. All right, because he's exercising our faith, which trust goes back into faith, man. I've personally been in situations where I was like, okay, the Most High put me in a situation, I have to trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, man. I have to trust him, man. You know? And as a man, you got to work to eat. But sometimes things happen. It's like, okay, when you know you did your part as a man, then the Most High is just going, you have to depend that the Most High is going to follow through. All right? You got car issues, $1,000 car problems, and you got $1 in your name, man. As long as you was working and handling your business as a man, and the Most High gonna see it through. Whether it's by way of the brotherhood and the tithing system, which that's the purpose of the tithing system, is a financial safety net for the brothers, all right? But either way, it was the Most High that saw you through, man, all right? Whether you ain't got no woman and you burning and you try not to watch shit on the internet and all this other stuff, man, you have to trust, if I'm in this situation, I'm in this situation for a reason. And a lot of times it's spiritual. It's to keep you on the edge, and it's to keep you in a certain spirit, to keep you in a spirit of haste. All right, but ultimately, like going into this live stream, the Most High is building you to trust him, man. We got to be like the Apostle Paul when it was shipwrecked, man, and he was assuring the men that they're not going to die. All right, and ultimately, we got to be like Yahweh Shai. All right, when there was a storm and everybody was panicking, save Yahweh Shai. All right, but the Most High, that's why we're disciples. The disciples are basically students. Then the disciples became apostles. But in the spirit, we're spiritual disciples still, because he's training us. It's like in the Far East, over there with Moab, you have these schools where all throughout the day, they're in school learning certain martial arts, man. And they have a master. Well, now that Yahweh Shai's back in the spirit world, he's molding us through the spirit. He's putting us through certain obstacle courses to be spiritual samurais, man. All right? To be spiritual samurais, man. All right? James 5:11. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. Kind. All right? But we're being exercised to trust him, man. All right? And like I said, it's easy for us to go on the highways and the byways and talk about the time of Jacob's trouble. And yeah, we're going to be eating popcorn when all hell break loose. All right? But you might not. All right? Or yeah, you're going to be in the woods and an angel going to be leading you on the way. But what's gonna happen when you actually get left off in the woods, man? Like, goddamn, you still in the flesh. Your flesh still gonna create some type of survival mode. But are you gonna lose your integrity? Are you gonna lose your integrity to miss a meal? Hey, the dog had to come in and listen. You know, the dog had to come in and listen. You know, that's right, boy. You know, but the point is, you know, we have to trust in how about Shema Shai. All right, we have to trust in how about Shema Shai, man. All right, like I said, you cut off from the you can't turn your faucet on. All right, you can't, you know, we're in a time of judgment, we're in a time of temptation, so to speak. All right, it's been food shortages. All right, but then they open it back up to people who have some type of implantations, man. But you don't have the implantation, but it's day 2. All right, going back to the movie The Road, your woman might be with you, hey, when it first hit the fan. But when nothing comes through within a week, hey, don't be surprised if your woman go off with her family, man. When you come into this truth, all right, you came into the truth, man. All right, to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. All right, and if your woman leave, you have to accept that was part of her lot, just to be with you for a certain period of time and then leave, man. All right, the Most High, hey, that's what he does with his men. Hey, when the scripture says in Hebrews 12:6, whom the Lord loveth, he chastises and scourges every son whom he received. He just don't punish you for the hell of it. Part of the chastening is training. The chastening is training to the point where you catch hell and you numb to it. That's that Yahweh Shai level, man. That's that Apostle Paul level, man. Where you catch hell and something drastic happens and you don't even know the end result of it. You don't know how you're gonna come through, but you already know, look, man, this part of it, brother. It's part of it. That's that elite brother level, man. And that brother don't have to be a brother that, you know, knows 1,000 scriptures on the highways and the byways. He doesn't have to be a brother that, you know, he's the forefront. But it's that brother that whatever hell he catches, he knows it's part of it, man. That's an elite level in the spirit, man. That's like I said, going back to the samurai. It's like we in samurai school, man. And Yahweh Shai's the disciple. I mean, he's the master in the spirit, man. All right. Here's another one, man. Brother rolling with it. Romans 5:3, which I appreciate that. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. And it said tribulation worketh patience. All right, and we glory in tribulations. But I noticed that understanding will change your outlook on a circumstance, man. All right. If you judge your circumstance through the scriptures, it'll actually make you happy. Because you're like, well, this is my opportunity to prove my allegiance with Yahweh B'Shem Shai. This is my opportunity to prove that I'm finna stand fast for Yahweh B'Shem Shai, man. All right? And work if really mean to exercise. So you work if patience and exercise patience, man. You build patience. But tribulation, now you know, okay, this is a token, going back to Thessalonians, that the judgment that we catch is basically a token that we in the faith. But it goes to show you that you're worthy of at least being a part of the tryouts, man. You're part of the tryouts to get to the kingdom. That's how you know the Most High dealing with you catching hell. You're part of the tryouts, man. And this is your opportunity to prove your integrity with Yahweh B'Shem Shai. But he's molding you to trust him, man. He's molding you to trust him. And that's a powerful and a very needed attribute to have in the times to come, is simply trust. You know, when in the world, Esau has something called trust too. He calls it credit. All right, like in Ezra's, he's the Most High told Ezra's, you know, don't worry about the incredulity of the people. Incredulity, the key element in incredulity is credit, which means belief. So if Esau says you have good credit with him, all right, if you got good credit, all right, that means that he trusts you to the point where he could give you money and you're gonna pay it back. We want to have good credit with Yahweh B'Shem Shai, man. A high credit score, that Christy credit, that Catherine credit, man. With Yahweh B'Shem Shai, man. But how do you get good credit with Esau? You have to go through circumstances where you prove you can pay the money back, that you good for it. So we have to trust him, and he has to trust us. He has to trust us to trust him. You know, he has to trust that we gonna trust him, which he's omniscient means all knowing. All right, that's why you have something called Socratic irony, where the Most High put you in a situation. How was it? He put you in a situation so you can learn from it. It's not that he didn't know the outcome. That was for your learning, man. It's called Socratic irony. It's been a while since I looked it up, man. All right? He put you in a situation for your learning, man. All right? But the Most High has to prove you. Hey, Sirach 6 and 7, that's right. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first and be not hasty to credit him. But did not Yahweh say, we're our friends? Did not in wisdom it said, Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter, I think it's the 7th chapter, it says, and wisdom maketh us friends of the Most High. All right? But it also says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 4th chapter, that wisdom gonna try us, man. Wisdom gonna try us. So that's wisdom, or the Yahweh Shai proving us, all right, to test our credit, and our trust, to see if we're worthy of we being his friend. We're worthy of being in his hands, man. All right? We're worthy of being under his umbrella. We're worthy of being his servants, his vessels, man. But he's trying us, man. That's where you get the integrity from. All right? That's what integrity is. When you test someone's integrity, you're trying them. All right? That's what First Peter's was about. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about one of it is in James. Then the other one's like the First Peter's 4. The trying of your faith is more precious than gold and perish. The perish, trying of your faith is testing your integrity. All right? That's why temptation, to tempt, the word tempt and temptation means to try. Like when you make an attempt to do something, or you had an attempted murder, you tried to murder somebody. You know? You have an attempted murder, that means you tried to murder somebody. So when you have a temptation, that's you being tried. The question is by who? Going back to the book of Job. All right? The Most High was trying Job, man. And it was through a bet with him and Satan in the spirit world, because Satan is nothing more than an employee. All right? He's nothing more than a hitter for Yahweh Shai on the left hand. Luca Brasi in the spirit world, you know? But going back, all right, that's the try you, to tempt you. Going back to Matthew the 4th chapter, where it said Yahweh Shai was tempted the same. Tempt means to try. He was tried. So when we have these circumstances, we're being tried or we're being tempted. But the question is by who? And the question is for what? It's to test your level of faith. Not so much so the Most High can see what level you on, so you can look in the spiritual mirror and see what level you on, man. I think about the fighter, what's my guy? Not Anderson Silva, but the other one. See how it slipped my mind. John Bones Jones. Johnny Bones Jones. I think he said that before in an interview. If I'm not mistaken, he was like, basically, you know, when you get in the ring, that's where you really see where you are, man. When you get in the ring, that's where it's a mirror for you to have a realistic perception of your ability, man. When you actually in the fight. So when you get in these circumstances, it's easy to go out there and teach and say what you should and shouldn't do. But when nobody's looking, how you react to a situation, that's to show you where your faith is, man. But ultimately, the Most High is dealing with you through love to build your faith, man. Because basically, trust is faith. Don't you know that we're going to survive off faith? Hey, Nate was right, man. We are a faith-based camp. And the word base goes back to foundation. Like if a basement in a house, the foundation of a house is the basement, base. All right? So the foundation of our faith is, the foundation of this truth is faith. All right? Faith-based. But that's how you're going to survive. Because the Most High is going to deliver you when he sees that you have that fucking spirit. That's why it's called the hour of temptation. The hour, going back to try, the hour of being tempted. All right? 1 Peter 4 and 13. This is from Yahweh Shai, tribe of Judah. Shalom to you, brother. All right? 1 Peter 4 and 13. But rejoice inasmuch as you are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with the exceeding joy. All right? Yeah, we're partakers of Yahweh judgment because we're part of Yahweh's body, right? He's the captain of our salvation. All right, so we have to partake in his sufferings, and if we successfully do that, Abba willing, we'll partake of his glory, man. All right, that's why I said if you be heirs, heirs according to the promise, man, or joint heirs. Why are we joint heirs? All right, we're joint heirs because it's a joint reward for going through something similar to what our big brother Yahweh did, man. All right, and Yahweh and the Yahweh and the angels, all right, created everything, right? Yahweh and the elect angels created everything, all right, and it was already predestined that Yahweh was going to get everything once he passed his trial. But guess what? The elect angels that created everything, they're going to get a joint heir of Yahweh. The reason why? Because they came down here with Yahweh and partaking the same sufferings. That only makes sense. All right? Yahweh, all right, and the elect angels created everything, all right? Then Yahweh came down here and basically went through his trial, all right, for the repentance of Israel, all right? But so that made him an heir for the promise. But those same angels came down here, all right, in the form of disciples, all right, and became joint heirs through the trials, man. If we endure, we're those angels. The proof, because we're going through the same thing Yahweh did on earth as it is in heaven, all right? But just like everything else, you have to work for it, all right? So you have a trial run, all right? You start a particular job, you have a probation period. What's that probation period, man? They got to see if you worth hiring first, man. They want to make sure you ain't no bullshit employee or you just there for the first 2 weeks so you get you one check, all right? Buy your little weed and call it a day, man. You know how Jake do, all right? Or Jake be on fire to impress the supervisors with the first 2 weeks, first 3 weeks. But after that, it started bullshit. So, hey, that's why this is endurance. This is an endurance trial, man. It's extended, man. You know, going back to the apostles, all right, the trial has lasted over 35 years, man, with certain apostles, man. Trickling down to brothers that just came in yesterday. The trial started last night. But the point is, the trust begins now. Because ultimately, we have to make a realistic assessment of our faith. And we have to be honest, if our faith is not where it needs to be now, there's no better time to pray for more faith now. And the Most High might answer your prayer by either A, putting your spirit into prophecy, or B, he might put you through situations where you ultimately just learn to trust the Most High, man. All right, but either way, it builds your trust, man. Because this is a business of trust. We haven't seen Yahweh or Yahweh. All right? He hadn't shown brothers just straight up miracles yet, you know, as a whole. This plain miracles. This truth is a business of trust. All right? And you're going to get paid based off your level of trust, man. All right? Your faith is your gasoline. It's going to keep you moving in these hard times. And it's going to be hard and it's going to be uncomfortable, but we have to have that inward trust, man. All right? It's going to be hard. It's going to be uncomfortable, but we're going to have that inward trust, man. All right? But like I said, the situations that you're going through, all right, then going back to 1 Corinthians 10:13, no temptation have taken you but such as is common to man. A lot of the situations that we have, different brothers throughout the camps have those similar situations. Your situation a lot of times is not exclusive, man. All right? Whether it's money, sickness, all right, women, whether it's the hell you catch from a woman or the hell you catch from not having a woman, all right, it's common temptations. But it also said what? All right, because this thing requires trust, right? It also says that but the Most High is faithful, that he will not suffer you to be tempted above that you're able. But with the temptation, create a way to escape. Now, when you apply that scripture to your everyday circumstances, the only way you can successfully apply that scripture is if you trust that, okay, the Most High is not going to put me in a situation that's going to absolutely crush me, all right? He's just going to put me in a situation to mold me and build me up and make me stronger, all right? Or he just going to deliver me from that situation, all right? And that requires trust, man. This truth is a business of trust. Let me get away from these rushing waters. let's get over here towards some peace, man. You know? But, you know, I hope you brothers are enjoying your Saturday. You know, if you're on the job, you might not be enjoying it in the flesh, but maybe you eat some fruit right now in the spirit. You know, brothers and sisters who are in tune with this live stream, all right? And we almost out of here, you know? They're talking about digital wallets. I think that's in the EU. Can't remember exactly which place I was looking at. They're talking about digital wallets, and you know what this all is leading to, man, all right? If you've been keeping up videos, watching the apostles, watching different brothers, you know what this is all about, man. That's why it's more than, all right, becoming a cultural Israelite. So many things are happening. It's beautiful. This is more than becoming a cultural Israelite, like those sisters out there on camera, all right, telling random people. First of all, if you're a married woman, you ain't got no business pulling out a random man talking about, you know, you're an Israelite. All a man pretty much sees is your ass and titties, man. Like, okay, she could get it. You know, and a man listen to you. All right? This is more than becoming a cultural Israelite where you have these big weddings on camera and you got this big feast. All right, then you filming Jake playing basketball with fringes on or whatever, man. This is more than that, man. The Most High is making us war ready, man. All right? How the hell you gonna prepare for battle if you don't even know there's a damn battle coming, man? We in captivity, we in Egypt. Salak for Ram, man, but we in captivity, we in Egypt. You wake up to your nationality just to go back on the plantation with a turban on, man. That's not what this is about, man. The Most High didn't wake us up just to go back to the plantation with fringes on, man. All right? Now, if you want to wear fringes, wear fringes. But we weren't here to be just cultural Israelites, man. All right? The Most High is grooming us for a very dangerous time, man. Let me reposition this camera. The Most High is grooming us to be sound in a very dangerous time, a time that's never been on this planet Earth, man. And that says volumes where it speaks volumes where it says it's not been alike, you know, basically ever, man. So that means that everybody, and it also says men's heart gonna fail them with fear. All right, men are literally gonna have heart attacks and die, man. So, and men gonna become as women, like during World War III and all that, man. All right. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you, man? That everybody around us is basically gonna lose it, man. So it's very imperative that we make sure we establish some type of concrete faith now, some type of trust now, so we can actually be sound and have the oil of understanding in the times to come. Because our spiritual compass is really our faith, man, and the prophecies, man. And the prophecies boost our faith. But, you know, as much as I want to prolong it, all right, you know, I think the spirit is, you know, causing you to close to an end. Hope you brothers and sisters were edified. What's going on? This y'all table? I got you, bro.
Yeah, we straight. We just need to talk.
Okay. But, yeah, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shah, by Shem Kodash. All right. Double honors to our apostles, great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right. Ahabatham. And shalom to you, Akim. Shalom.